What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another podcast. This podcast is episode number 3. Going to be going over how tying up loose ends can make your life a lot better and just it feels a lot lighter and all of that stuff. So, just for starters, the loose end we tied up today, and I'll go over this so you guys can see it visually in a vlog. It'll be on the vlog channel, which link for that is in the description box below. If you're new here, by the way, welcome. This is my podcast channel. My name is Kegan, and my girlfriend and I live full-time in our self-converted van. So, wanted to go over what we did today. We moved my truck to a storage unit. Why? Instead of selling it? Because I've had that truck for 3 years, and it has a new transmission, new suspension, new all-terrain tires. Not brand new, but within the 3 years that I've owned it, those are the upgrades, or I should say just the maintenance I've done to it. So it does, however, unfortunately, it needs an engine, which, is what it is. But we did tie up a loose end because I moved it from my friend's yard to the storage unit. So now we are 100% self-sufficient. And it's just good to have, the vehicle's downsized. My girlfriend's picking up her car that she bought last year. It's also was parked next to my truck at my friend's place. And then we have by the time you're listening to this or whatever, the Honda will probably be gone. That's the 4th vehicle we had. And someone's going to pick it up because, it's like we don't need it. We have my van, we have the girlfriend's car, which is bigger than the Honda and more power and pretty much just as good gas mileage. And then eventually we will start saving for an engine on that truck. In the meantime, we're going to be putting money towards the camper van. We're going to be getting brakes, and we're going to work on the suspension as well. Brakes first. They're not terrible yet, but I did get them inspected for free, and they had said the rotors were a little heat stressed. So again, I'll go over this on the vlog channel, but tying up loose ends can definitely help your stress levels and everything, and you have more focus towards making money, building your life, building your empire, and just making it happen. So right now we're just hanging out. Just had dinner, been tracking my macros pretty good, but yeah, I had asked in the last podcast episode what you guys would like me to record and everything, and I believe my friend had said current events and stuff like that. I like this recording app because I can close out of it and it'll still be recording me. I have it right here. Let me scroll through my comments real quick. So bullet points for next time. Someone had mentioned that. I had mentioned that actually, to stay on point, on topic, I should say. So, but we can, skip around and stuff. They had said maybe doing podcast episodes going over conspiracies, current events, history, and stuff like that. So we're building a backlog here. We're early, so if you're new here or you're just showing up, welcome. You're early in the podcasting journey. Even though I have podcasted for a little while, we rebooted it, and that's why we're on episode number 3. But you guys can go back, and most of the podcasts I have filmed are on this channel, and they're still public. So I kind of curated and went through and got rid of videos that had no purpose anymore, because I'm trying to create searchable evergreen content. But if you guys would like to see, video, then tune in over on the vlog channel, because here's where we take deep dives and full-length discussions into things, and we really unpack stuff. But, yeah, so going back to the truck, I bought that truck I have it saved in my notes, but I bought it March 5th of 2023, so about 3 years ago at the time of this recording. So, yeah, I don't really want to sell it because I've put too much into it, I feel like, and, a little bit of nostalgia there as well. And, I like the truck. It's a nice, obviously it needs a few things, but I'm saying when I have driven it, lately the oil leak it had has been getting worse and worse, and even when I drove it to the storage unit today, it was leaking oil, unfortunately. But these things happen, stuff wears out. I bought the truck used. It is a 1997, so that truck is just about 30 years old, and literally the build date was June of 96, and it's a 97 model year, so basically it is 30 years old. So who knows how the previous owners treated the vehicle. The initial price wasn't bad, but I kind of should have known it needed a few things, which is fine. It's one thing at a time. At least with this van, our camper van is, it got the new engine in December of 2024. So, we knew a mechanic that worked on it. Him and his friend did a pretty good job, I would say, because that was about almost 10,000 miles ago, literally, and it's running great. We've been driving it. I have been keeping the miles lower lately just because to save gas and because eventually we'll need brakes, but they did a great job on the van engine rebuild. They only charged us $50 an hour, which was super nice, because you take it anywhere and it's going to be like $150, 3 times the price, maybe more at a shop, depending on where you go. So that's why in the future, when I do rebuild this truck, I will figure out what shop is, actually knows what they're doing, and unless I happen to find another mechanic or whatever, like, that works as an individual, but I'm saying, if I take it to a shop, I'll, hopefully get a fair price, because we have 3 options, and I'm not doing option 3, so I'll explain the 3 options. 1 is have the engine rebuilt. With the van here, we have the top half rebuilt. So with the truck, I don't know if it only needs the top half or if the bottom half needs done, then they might as well, instead of rebuilding it, go to option 2, which a lot of shops will recommend, is simply doing an engine swap. Getting a crate engine, like a remanufactured engine that's basically brand new. It's remanufactured, it's to factory spec, even more so than a rebuild. From what I read, they're both great, but the rebuild, that's a lot of labor. So is the swap, but the engine comes complete and whole already, so you're just pulling out the old one. It goes to the scrap yard or whatever. Option 3 is taking your chances on a junkyard engine that you can, that'll be cheaper, but you're gambling, you're rolling the dice, because that engine might not last. So if you're someone who has an engine hoist and you can do an engine swap in your backyard, sure, but if you're going to a shop, you definitely want the reman option, I would say. Because they have vehicles at junkyards that might have been in an accident, gotten totaled, whatever, but the engine's intact. People go to pick apart all day, like where you go to a junkyard and you pick out, you literally bring your own tools and you uninstall whatever needs uninstalled, like whatever part you want, and then they charge you for it, but it's going to be less than a new one or whatever. But tying up loose ends it's great, because you have a lighter weight on your shoulders, and again, you're able to focus more on what truly matters, which for me is, besides work and making money, is making the videos for you guys and growing both channels, the main channel, which are the vlogs, and this channel, my podcast channel. And I separated them because, well, that was the best thing to do, and I didn't want the podcasts clogging up the vlog feed. I feel like, and a lot of other creators, if they have a main channel and a podcast, they tend to keep them separate. So, yeah, man. Trying to think what else to talk about during this podcast. I mean, these will get better as I go along. Again, this is podcast number 3, but the difference now between previous iterations of this podcast is I know what I want to do, like what my goals are, what my long-term vision is, and this will be a lifelong thing. Like, I always plan on making new episodes and giving my thoughts and stuff that might not fit on a vlog, like going into a deep dive and stuff. Like, if I mentioned this on a vlog, it would have to be brief and everything to keep people's attention and all that. But here we can make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, an hour, whatever length episodes. And yeah, and like I mentioned in the previous episode, the app I use records in lossless, so that's pretty nice. So I kind of have my workflow set up where when I'm editing, I download the lossless audio file from this app, and I upload it to my video editor, which is me. I'm talking about the app, though, the video editing app, I should say. We're a one-man show. I mean, as far as editing, obviously, it's the girlfriend and I as a team, but I'm saying I don't have, like, a whole team behind me who is, editing and stuff and filming, and like some individuals, like Nick Bear, when he first started, granted, in 2014, he did it all himself, but he started hiring employees, and today they've got, like, I think he said, like, 50 employees, maybe more, working for his company, 40 or 50, but when he first started, I think his first employee was, other than his brother and one of his friends, if you go back, I've been, well, not lately, but I've watched his channel on and off, but 2019, I believe, was when they hired their first employee, as far as that they didn't know otherwise, and yeah, so they've done pretty well. But yeah, probably gonna go on my walk here and log my miles soon. I gotta work on editing vlog number 20 for you guys, and but again, I enjoy doing these audio podcasts and kind of, again, giving my thoughts and everything. So, but I'm glad we got the truck in storage, and hopefully, the plan, obviously the girlfriend and I are both working, so after the van has new brakes and new suspension, but even then, I kind of want to wait to get the new engine for my truck, simply because I can only drive one vehicle at a time. So we have the van, and the girlfriend has her car, so maybe if we get land, is what I'm thinking, and what she has mentioned, we both mentioned it, then would be a good time to pull the trigger and get the truck engine rebuilt or swapped, do an engine swap, whatever. Do I want a newer truck in the future? Yeah, that'd be cool to have a newer truck and then have my old nostalgic truck from the 90s, and then the camper van. But we'll see how everything plays out, take it a day at a time and stack up those small compounding wins, and before you know it, you're getting closer and closer to your goals and where you want to be. Fastest way to alleviate anxiety is just simply by just taking action, just getting after it, just getting started. Those are my 3 favorite words: just get started, because you can adjust and refine your approach and refine your focus along the way. If you don't get started, you're not going to learn from any mistakes along the way, and it's like, don't be afraid to fail. fail forward, like figure out what doesn't work and then pivot, like do the next thing. Like, you know, like me, I've been at YouTube since 2014, and it's been 12 years, so that's crazy. You know, I'm 28 right now, and I'll be 29 in May, so try to make the most of it, you know. And looking back, like I had mentioned, I've obviously hindsight 2020 with certain things, but again, you don't know what you don't know. And you know, I know, like, even in 10, 20 years though, I'll be even more wise. I'll have more life experience. You know, as long as this platform is still around, which I'm sure it probably most likely will be, I'll still be documenting the journey through the vlogs. I'll still be doing the podcast episodes, and yeah, I'm excited because we're finally making some real progress, making money, and just getting after it. By the way, if you guys would like to support, you don't have to, but I have my support links in the description box below. You can buy me a gallon of gas, you know, throw me $3, $5, $10, whatever. I have, it's like a website called Buy Me a Coffee. Completely secure, by the way. I mean, a lot of people use it. You can look it up or click the link below. I also have Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, and then I did start a GoFundMe, so, you know, for the girlfriend and I. But if you can't donate or support, I should say, then you can still support for free by just listening to the videos, by liking, by commenting. Yeah, so this is probably going to wrap it up for this episode. I'll be back for episode number 4. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in and being here. You know, when I say I appreciate it, it's, you know, actually I do appreciate it. So yeah, tune into the main channel, link also below, for the vlogs if you want to check those out, if you want to go over to that channel and check out the videos. Fun fact, if you watch a video on 1.5 or 2x or even 3x speed, whatever, let's say a video is 10 minutes and you watch it at 2x, so you're watching it in 5 minutes at real time, right? But that still counts towards the channel's watch time as the full 10 minutes. So that's kind of cool. Makes sense. Because sometimes I'll watch videos at 1.5 or 2x speed, and that's not taking away half of someone's watch time. Like if they have a 20-minute video and you do 1.5 or 2x for easy math, you know, that's still the full amount. But yeah, that being said, I will see you guys in the next podcast. And thanks for tuning in. Keep on trucking.